A few weeks ago, we did a story about an old World War II landing craft from a local museum that made it into a big war movie. Well, tonight, a story about another local group that got the big call from Hollywood. What they were asked to do won't make them big stars, and in fact, you won't even be able to look for them in the film. You'll just have to listen very closely. The call went out to the members of the St. Louis African Chorus to show up at the Sheldon Concert Hall for a very special performance for an audience of one who wasn't even going to be there. Robert De Nero needed their voices for the film he was directing about the early days of the CIA, The Good Shepherd.
I'm here to see a tailor. How is the fishing? Set the mongoose free.
This was just 6 weeks before the movie's scheduled release date, and the trailer was already out there, but clearly De Niro was still putting the finishing touches on the film itself. More than a year ago, he had decided he wanted an African chant, and a search on the internet turned up the website for the St. Louis African Chorus.
I didn't talk to him directly. He basically asked one of his agents to search the web for anyone knowledgeable about African music. So they searched the web and called me up.
And Fred Onovwerosuoke, who everybody just calls Fred O, is somebody who knows African music. In fact, he's considered one of the leading authorities. He gives workshops all over the country. He came to America from Ghana in 1990, lived in St. Louis for 13 years, and although now he spends a lot of his time in New Orleans, he still comes back on weekends to direct the chorus that he started up here.
The African Chorus was started in 1994, and its goal or mission is just to train Americans to sing in different African languages and dialects.
It was the sound De Niro thought he needed for his film, and so Fred O brought some recordings to New York and had a brief meeting with the famous actor, whom he called warm and gracious. In early November, the sound people set up the microphones at the Sheldon for the recording session, and the chorus began to warm up. But still, Fred O didn't really have much of an idea of how De Niro might use this.
I really don't know anything. I don't know much about the movie, so all I know is what you know, which is online.
All right, so we're warning people. There's a lion in the house. Ose, let's get it.
This is a chant from Ghana, and it's not the one they were about to record for the film. That had to be done with no outsiders present.
It's simply a Lingala chant, and that's really all we can say about it, for the usual issues, we can't talk about the chant. But it's in Lingala, which is an African language.
Strong sound. Let's try again. 2 and.
Word was that the session was being transmitted live to New York, and De Niro himself was listening in. As it turned out, he must have liked what he heard, because he later called and said he was deeply affected by the performance and that the chant would, in fact, make it into the film. Fred O said he turned down the offer of direct payment for the chorus's services, but that if a donation came, he would accept it. Already all of this has brought plenty of local recognition for the St. Louis African Chorus, which is now coming to a theater near you.